Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Thanks to Audible.com for supporting the Mike O'Mara Show. Audible is the leading provider of audiobooks with over 150,000 downloadable titles. For a free audiobook of your choice, just go to audiblepodcast.com/TMOS. Remember, go to audiblepodcast.com/TMOS and get your free audiobook. Thank you, Audible.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
I want to do a little playlet with Rob here, and I'm just trying to think what it was this morning with my son.
Yes.
I've talked in the past about Boat. He just came back, incidentally, from his 2-year-old checkup, and he had a good 2-year-old checkup, and we asked all the things about, are the sleep patterns normal, getting up at 5:30, going to bed about 6:37. We were told that, this is what every parent should hear, this is what the pediatrician said, sometimes they'll sleep in later if you put them to bed earlier. And, of course, Mrs. O'Mara and I are like, okay, if you insist, we'll give that a try. That would be okay.
Is daylight savings this weekend?
Is it? I think it's November. Weekend? Is it the first weekend in November? Is that when it happens? I think it's the weekend after, maybe.
I'm wondering if you'll benefit from that.
I don't know, but all I know is that I talked about the boat. We actually, the actual second question was the repeating.
Yes.
And I've talked about boat, and I've talked about all the things. Another thing he says that's cute is when he says, "Daddy, help me," he replaces the me with you. So
Julia
it's
did
like
that.
He'll come, "Daddy, help you."
Yeah, you know,
"Daddy, help you."
When
it's
she
so
needed,
cute.
At
it's
that
so
exact
cute.
age, when she was in a way that she needed assistance, Julia would say,
Right.
"I help you."
Yes.
I help you.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because
exactly
I think
right.
what happens is we go up and we say, "Here, I'll help you." And so that's what she wants. I help
That makes
you.
sense.
That's it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but for the little playlet today, what we're going through now, and on the 17 hours of driving from D.C. through South Florida, I will say that there are moments where what we can no longer do with a 2-year-old is we can no longer set the table and preview something that's coming up. That worked for a while. Worked actually when he was younger. It does not work now because there is not a sense of time that would indicate. So if you say we're going to go to get a cookie at the grocery store,
Right.
you know, he will think that, and you're going to the grocery store, say, in an hour and a half. You've
Not
blown
that
it.
far.
No,
Because,
not that far
but
away.
you've blown it. Well, Oscar, what would happen is that hour and a half will be filled with cookie.
Oh no!
Cookie. Yeah. So it sounds as though anybody that has a little kid knows
Parenthood
what I'm talking
sounds
about.
awful.
You know, it's
See what you've done, Mike, is you've frightened him. You've frightened him again.
Parenthood is fine. But I will tell you that.
Mike, your eyes look like Lincoln Chafee.
Yeah, thank you. Anus eyes O'Mara here doing the show. You know, so he will say
Cookie?
Let me think. He'll say cookie at the grocery. Cookie. Eat time. So this morning, he comes into my bedroom. Carla lets me sleep till 7 o'clock this morning, and then springs him on me. And he's very daddy centric lately. We're having a phenomenal time. I love him to death.
Love
I
it,
wouldn't
though.
change
It's
it. I
great.
would not change it for the world. But today, Daddy, because he's a masochist in this way, stayed up with the Chicago Cubbies last night, hoping to see some sort of miracle. Did not occur. Sorry, Cub fans. We'll talk about that later. But at 7 o'clock, he comes in and goes, "Daddy, eat time. Daddy, eat time." And I was like, okay. All right, Daddy's getting up in a second. Okay, you want to come up? You want to come up and lie down with Daddy for a second? Do you want to come up and lie down with Daddy? Daddy,
You want to come have some quality time with Nick Nolte?
Daddy,
Come on.
Daddy, eat time. So, Daddy, eat time. Daddy, eat time. Now, Rob, suggest anything else. Daddy, eat
All right.
time.
I was wondering. Oh, I'm talking to him.
Yes, you're talking to him.
You
Yes,
switched roles on me, Mike.
I know, because I'm sort of I want the playlet to be accurate, so
All right,
this is
I
the
can only do it if I'm
groundlings.
doing
All
it. This is kind of method acting right
Yes.
here. So,
All right.
Daddy, eat time.
Hey, tell you what. Why don't we get up and watch
time.
some TV?
Daddy, eat time.
We can watch Diego.
Daddy, eat time.
No,
Daddy
needs just a little bit of sleep, young man. Come here. Why don't you come up in bed? Come here.
Eat time.
Come up into bed.
Daddy, eat time.
Get in the bed.
Daddy, eat time. Daddy, eat time.
Get in the bed.
Daddy, eat time.
Do you want to go outside?
Daddy, eat time.
Do you want to play with a dog?
Time.
Do you want to play with either dog?
I am beginning to lie liberally. I am beginning to say, don't go out there. There are alligators on our deck that can kill you. You know, I mean, I'm not saying they can kill you, but I'm saying there's spiders over there. He knows now. Daddy's been lying about spiders forever. I said, don't go over there. Spiders over there. And, you know, he just goes, he's fearless, and he's motoring over there. He goes, Daddy ladder. Daddy ladder. I said, yes, that's Daddy's ladder he put up that he should have brought inside, but he didn't. I don't want you to get on it, please. Daddy ladder. Daddy ladder. Daddy ladder. I said, yes, that's Daddy's ladder. Yes, that's Daddy's. Daddy's got to get that ladder. He doesn't want to get it right now, but he's going to have to. Daddy
it's on
ladder.
the to-do list.
Daddy ladder. And he's getting closer, closer. I said, please don't go near the ladder. Daddy ladder. Daddy ladder. Please, is there anything else that we could, you know, there's Mickey Mouse is inside having a show. Like, you know, I'm trying everything to distract. And it is the focus. It is the sheer focus of mission that this young man has. And so it's like, Daddy, eat time. Daddy, Walmart. Daddy, Walmart.
Daddy, Walmart.
Daddy, Walmart.
No.
Walmart. We're going to go to the zoo where you're going to ride on the back of a lion. Daddy, Walmart. Daddy, Walmart.
Don't you want to watch
Daddy,
TV?
Walmart. Daddy, Walmart.
Want something to eat right now? We have to have lunch before we go to Walmart.
Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. So it's just been, you know, it's been interesting.
How do you shake that? What did the pediatrician say?
You shake that by having the life of a normal 56-year-old, where you're eating Cheetos and playing golf all day. That's it. But I'm not doing that. I'm not giving that up. I'm not giving that up. I'm committed to this run. I love being a father. It's a lot of fun. But I do say occasionally, I look at my wife occasionally, I go, I'm 56 years old. I'm 56 years old. You know, we had a babysitter last night. It was fantastic. We got to go out for a din-din. It was bliss. It was bliss for about an hour and a half.
As I recall, about that age, and you know, it's with Julia, it was different because she was our first.
Yes.
The pediatrician always gave us the same advice at the end of the appointment.
What's that?
Which was, it's a $20 copay. Please pay as you exit.
Yes.
That's what they like. Yeah. Everything's fine.
Can you, I don't know. A part of me wants to take a little kid and say, you think you're hungry? Look at these kids in Africa.
That's right.
Button it up.
No,
there's
no, at this age, there is no reason yet. There is no reason. You're not, you know, the language is brand new. And by the way, his vocabulary is incredible. And I'm impressed with his vocabulary. You know, I mean,
what if you showed him a picture when he complained of hunger? What if you just printed out a picture of Pony? And showed it said, do you understand? Because a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Right. Well, Pony's method of communicating is different. It is truly different.
You know, maybe if he did more repeating, he'd do better. Maybe he could take a lesson from your son.
Yeah, we can help each other.
Make megabytes.
Mike, we can do a play.
Job.
You could be Pony. I'll be you. Okay.
Great.
Okay. All right. Very good.
What should the waveform look like?
It should be a straight line without any dips in it, but it will have dips in it that'll go after the straight line.
So if the dips are in it, is that good?
The dips indicate that that's a dropout, but it's okay if the dip is following the straight line. What you don't want to have. Hold on. What you don't want to have is you don't want to have the dip follow a straight line.
So is the dip bad?
If the dip is after the straight line, it's good, but if it's not that good.
All right, I'm going to show you a picture of the dip. Is this good or bad?
That's good, actually. That's pretty good, except I think that's good. You know that I think. Well,
but could it be better?
It could be good or bad. I'm not sure.
Daddy Crevasses. Daddy Crevasses. Daddy
Crevasses.
But really, you know, I love being a father. It's fantastic. And the other thing I just wanted to share with him is that for a kid of his age, his vocabulary is, I think, superior. So, once we got the eat time and Daddy got out of bed and I got dressed and I came out to sit down at the kitchen table, he looked at me and he said, "That shirt's a little ostentatious, you douche."
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
the entertainment capital of the world.
Look for the girl with the broken smile. Ask her if she'd like to stay for a while, and she will be loved, and she will be loved.
No.
I'm sorry, I don't think I'm...
A grain of sand slips into an oyster and irritates the bivalve. What happens?
A pearl.
Celine Dion, Miss Nicki Minaj, Christina Aguilera occasionally, all of them deeply, profoundly irritating. Each one of them, huge star. You, Mighty Mo, are that irritant.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
We are coming to you live from the Cappy Pfeiffer studio in the heart of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are on the air and online worldwide. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners on the planet because they get it. If you happen to be here, if you happen to have joined us for the first time, we say willkommen. And you get it. And bienvenue. Vilkov. Yes, that's right. We are a show about Broadway.
Yes.
That's what we do. I opened the show today with a fine sponsor, FanDuel.com. We're delighted to have everybody participating. Little controversy with FanDuel. A lot of people getting shut out and complaining about the fact that they got shut out. But then so a guy was complaining about the league fills up too fast.
Exactly.
But the fact is, that's we're happy that we're getting that kind of participation, and I think I know I joined the league last Saturday, so it didn't fill up that fast, and I'm not even sure if we got the full 300 when we did it. But the fact is, we love FanDuel, we did.
Yeah, we sold it out.
But he was complaining, and the fact is, you get your lineup if you are committed to this league, the Mike O'Mara Show League. You want to jump in early and do what we do. You put a ghost lineup in, and then you can tweak it, and you can hone it and refine it. That's the way it works. Yes, Rob Spiewak.
You know, we actually didn't get a chance to congratulate last week's winners, so I want to do that real quick.
So lay it out there because we're talking about FanDuel, the trusted leader in 1 week fantasy football, where our listeners right now can get a great deal. All you have to do is click on the microphone at FanDuel.com in the upper right-hand corner. Here's the special offer. Every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200 that gets earned as you play. That's a bonus of up to $200. The offer is only good for the first 50 people that use the code TMOS. Just remember, that's TMOS at FANDUEL.com. FanDuel, every day is a new season. Sign up today, and let's get the standings.
Our fourth place winner, Maytaz33, a tie in second place with himself because he submitted the same lineup twice. Scott Jellyfish came in second and third.
Yeah.
And at first place, Sleepy Keegs, but a special nod to our participant that came in 294th, Rob Spiewak.
Rob Spiewak at the bottom of the barrel.
And you know what? Just to show my faith, I'm going to let my son pick my lineup again this week because I think he can do better than 6 from the bottom.
Solid.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what?
He's a
I'll
strong
do this.
boy.
I don't do this
Very
very
strong.
often. I don't do this very often, but I'm going to do it this week because I just feel like it. I'm going to let you know who I got because you know what? I'll be mocked for this, and that's okay. I don't mind being mocked for this.
You don't mind
I'll lay
sharing,
out
you're a giving
who,
person.
who I got. Let me see. I've got.
I think you should hold back one player, Mike. That way people will know that there's still a chance for secret excitement.
You know, and here's the thing. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about this.
And
I
you
think
should
it's
be.
Secret
I think it's.
excitement.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm
What is
very
that?
excited. I'm very, very excited.
No, you're fine, Mike. Rob is not.
Well, I was
Ladies and gentlemen, at
trying to
quarterback,
pad.
at
Secret
quarterback
excitement.
for your Americans this week,
Yes.
for the Mike O'Mara, from your Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, from your Houston Texans, Brian Hoyer. It will be
yeah.
somewhat of a bargain.
Who are they playing?
They are playing the Miami Dolphins.
the Fins.
Miami's
Mike.
had a
Top 5 defense should work out.
Pardon me. What's that? What never earned me a penny? What was that? Never earned me a nickel. No, yes, you did. But hey, we won $3 this week.
That's right.
What did
Better than
you
zero.
What did you say? What did you
said
say?
Miami Dolphins. I believe they're a top 5 defense. That should work out nicely.
Well, you know what? I can always make a change, okay? And we're gonna get
That's
to you
not
in
how
just
I
a
sound.
second. We're gonna get to you in just a second,
All right.
Rofo.
All right.
At running back, Christopher Ivory from your New York Jets, who are playing a tough defense in the New England Patriots, but
Wild cards, I see you're picking.
wild cards. Because I'm going opposites this week. Let's see.
What do you think your blood alcohol content was when you made these selections?
You don't know anything about it, so you have no.
white.
Yeah. He's 99. God. Ivory is 99 and 44 100%. A great pick.
What is wrong with
Not
all
white.
of you? At running back, also from your St. Louis Rams, Todd Gurley, ladies and gentlemen.
Great pick. Great
Gurley
pick.
Man.
That's right, Gurley. It's tough.
Hi.
How many times has
I'm
that
running.
been said?
Give me the ball.
All right, now here,
Stop pushing.
mark my words, this is the player. What happened?
Not
I'm missing
so
a lot.
hard.
I ran off tackle. Help me, I've got a hip pointer.
What do I have to do to get the ref to call encroachment?
At wide receiver, and this is my pick to click for the week,
Yes.
even though they're. What is the Kansas City defense ranked, Rofo? Do you know? Since you,
I can pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, now you can pull it. So you pulled the Miami thing out of your ass
Well,
with the
you- well,
top
you- well, you
five
remember
to,
the
to
winners.
bust my chops. You know.
You remember the winners, and the others kind of fall by.
Okay. What is the Pittsburgh? What is the Kansas City defense?
Always got an answer.
He does.
Who are they playing?
They are playing the Pittsburgh. They're playing Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is why I am starting at wide receiver, Martavis Bryant, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
He's my favorite Martavis.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. From your Baltimore Ravens at wide receiver, Mr. Steve Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
There you
Wow.
are.
I think that's a fake name.
If Flacco can get him the ball.
Well, the reason I want to ask about the ranking of the Kansas City, especially pass defense, is because I'm also going at wide receiver with Antonio Brown. I'm actually starting two Pittsburgh
High
Steelers.
dollars.
Yes.
High dollars.
That was
right there.
so far, that is my highest dollar pick. Thank you. Moving right along, at tight end, I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's last name, but here's the interesting thing. It's another, I'm going to be watching the Pittsburgh-Kansas City game because I'm starting Travis Kelce. Or Kelsey.
Kelsey.
It's Kelsey.
How
It's
do you
Kelsey,
spell it?
right? K. You don't make it worse than it is by
K-E-L-C-E.
asking me to spell it. Thank you.
Phonically,
It's Kelce. Thank you very
Ah,
much.
that's right.
Did you find out the ranking of the Kansas City defense yet?
Yes, they're in 25th.
Thank you. See?
Out of a
See?
possible
so,
32.
So what do you think?
That's
pretty
a great
good,
pick.
huh?
Yeah.
Pretty
That's a very
smart.
good pick.
Solid pick.
At kicker, a gentleman I've had the pleasure of partying with, Mr. Graham Gano of your Carolina Panthers.
Get to know Gano.
Watching Philadelphia play the Giants on Monday night, figure they're somewhat of a stingy defense. If the Carolina Panthers are going to get any points, I think they're going to be getting some field goals. So that's why I went with Mr. Graham Gano, and going with a somewhat of a behemoth for the defense this week with your Atlanta Falcons defense, ladies and gentlemen. We'll hope that they get a lot of turnovers. So that's
Guaranteed
it.
win. Guaranteed
That's
win.
that's a guaranteed winner. That is a guaranteed winner. That's a
O'Mara's
Stone
locks
Cold
of the
lock.
week.
FanDuel.com/TMOS. Get in. There's about 100 slots of 300 left.
Oh,
so
could
you got to
we-
get in now.
Could we produce something that's like O'Mara's locks of the week?
Oh,
and-
yeah.
and Mike just like boom, bam, throws them out to you. I would
Hold
love
on.
that. That would be great.
Just a second.
He's
here.
hammered.
Okay.
O'Mara's burning.
Yeah. And my
Clones.
clones.
Atlanta's defense clones.
Ranked 28th. Go get some turnovers.
Okay, hold on just a second here.
Are you tweaking your lineup, Mike?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, well, then
Oh.
we'll have to know what your locks are.
Oh, now we got to go back.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
we're
doing
gonna
a show
we're gonna be
right now.
making a change at quarterback, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
where are we going now? Where we
Mr.
going?
Josh McCown from your Cleveland Browns will be going against. Yeah, that's
Suspect.
You know what? I hate quarterback selections. Why not? Why is there such a disparity?
It's a shame that Gurley can't play quarterback.
Oh man.
Elvis's favorite team was the Browns, Mike.
No, I don't want to go with Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's playing the New York.
And
New
Patrick
England Patriots.
Fitzryan. But I want to tell you.
But I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Because
do
he's
it.
Irish?
I don't know.
He went to Harvard.
Yeah, they always
I'm a
play him
mess.
tough, Mike.
My lineup is a mess. That's what I want to talk about. Diego, you've been silent during this. You have had the most success of all of our folks here on fantasy football, and I have to ask you: have you been tweaking your lineups this week?
Not yet, because I just said it this morning, like 30 minutes ago.
May I be so bold as to ask who your quarterback is?
Absolutely. Let me take a quick look real quick.
Okay, very good. Because didn't Diego, he won some serious money one week.
Yes,
right?
he did, but he didn't do so well last week.
200 bones.
Yeah.
He won 200 bones.
200 bones. Yes, very exciting.
I have Cam Newton this week for my quarterback.
Cam
Delicious.
Newton.
Yeah, it is delicious. If you
Mr.
can't get the fake
Superman
Newton,
himself.
Yeah.
get
not
the Cam
bad.
Newton.
Expensive pick.
We know nothing about sports.
What you have to do, Mike, is stay under the salary cap.
I'm going to have to do some editing here.
Vote Redskins.
No, you don't.
Mike, you're into Fig Newtons. Cam Newton's
I like-
perfect for you.
Yeah.
Well, my son's into Fig Newtons too, and the fact
Yeah.
is, you try changing that diaper after a Fig Newton.
Oh yeah, he's like
swear
Jet
to God,
Propel.
I swear to God, it looks like a a battlefield in Syria. It's nasty.
Hey,
Hey, oh, too
Hey,
soon.
how dare you.
Friendly fire. 3 were injured in a diaper changing today.
I'm going back with Brian Hoyer. I'm popping
Yeah,
Brian
Yeah, go
Hoyer
with your
back
gut.
in there.
Go with your gut. Stay away from
guy.
Cameron Newton.
Didn't you see Hard Knocks? Why would you?
You mean
even
with the
ever pick-
Texans?
why would you ever pick that guy?
Because you think he's a geek?
No, I don't think he's a geek.
And
there's
that
nothing
really
wrong
shouldn't
with
enter
being
into
geek.
it, yeah.
Being smart is being respected, Mike. I don't know where you come from, but
I don't
if
know.
someone's a geek, I say, you know what?
Well,
more
why
power
did you
to
say, why would I ever go with that guy? Then what do you point? What's your
Because
point?
he's
You say,
erratic.
why would you
He's
ever pick him?
erratic.
And then I say, is he a geek? You say, don't use that word. What's going on your computer?
He barely got the job in the first place. He actually didn't get the job initially.
What, did he have bad references or something? No cover letter?
Oh my! Never mind. Let's move on.
So he had to eke out the position.
Well, he didn't get it.
But don't you think that because he had to work so hard to get that position, he might try harder?
Well, this is what grinded my gears, Mike. Is that he didn't get the job, and the next
Ground
day,
your gears.
and the next day he didn't show up for work.
What happened?
He called in sick.
No, turns out, Mike, I read this story. He didn't come in because he had to go meet at Zappos.
Make fun all you want.
You know, you realize when you start playing fantasy football and you play it regularly that there is a dearth of like amazing quarterbacks in the NFL. It is very frustrating to pick your quarterbacks. I mean, I'm
Brian
looking
Hoyer
at all
is
these
not
guys.
one of them.
All right, Brian Hoyer. All right, so now I'm starting from scratch. I'm not starting Tom Brady against the Jets. I'm not going to do that.
Hold it,
I'm not
so-
starting Andrew Luck. I'm not going to go with the top two.
whole-
I'm not starting Drew Brees against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm not going to start Ben Roethlisberger, who's questionable this week, and I'm not going to start Carson. Maybe I am going to start Carson Palmer against. Rofo, what's the Baltimore defense ranked?
Carson Palmer's a great pick. I'll pull up the Baltimore right here.
Not so well.
300.
Yeah. 300? No.
No, Carson Palmer's among the
No, I'm
league
talking
leaders
about-
in touchdowns.
What is
The
the
Ravens.
ranking of the Baltimore Ravens defense?
They
take
are
forever,
middle of the
forever.
pack, about 12.
12.
Yeah, that's what you want. About.
12.
All right, so I've taken out the.
I don't know.
Did you say
Sorry, I'm doing
12th or 12th?
All right, so Carson
Say
Palmer
12.
is going to be my
12.
my
Okay, you
quarterback.
got it.
That's it.
I heard
That's
12,
it.
like Elf.
I don't know. Seems like we should be in the top 10. They look pretty good out there. I don't know how we come in 12th.
Mike, why don't you just ask the guy who won the league for a lineup?
Yeah.
That's what you need.
The guy who won the league?
Yeah.
What's his name again? It's
No, I'm done. I've got LeGarrette Blunt, who is from the New England Patriots.
Shares
Not
carries
bad.
with Deion Lewis.
My
Yeah, not
my
bad.
running back.
I'm
So
surprised
there
that
we go.
Splits
Diego-
time. That's what you want.
Splits time.
he'll do good when he's
You
in
know
there.
what? God, you guys. All right, F you. Lick my. You know what? God.
And you know what shocks me is that Adrian didn't pick a player named Blunt.
Yeah.
I think he'd be all over that.
Oh, Newton and Blunt?
Yeah.
Perfect match.
Well, after a Blunt, you need some
Yeah.
Newtons.
What about Chris Johnson?
Sounds like a fake name. Don't go with him.
No, I'm going with Chris Johnson.
All right.
Yeah.
And Maytaz
I'm going
33.
heavy. I'm going heavy Baltimore, and I'm going heavy Pittsburgh. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Two beautiful cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Get some Detroit
That's
in
what
there.
I-
you may get the
that's what
last laugh, Mike.
Sleepy Keegs, send Mike a lineup, okay?
Oscar, would you like to share your? Do you have a top of your head? Do you know who your quarterback
I get
is
a
this
lineup
week?
sent to me every week, Mike, by a professional.
That's right.
See, that's not fair. He just cheated us.
No,
he didn't get
I'm-
out of the cock-a-doodle
I-
He
car.
gets a professional lineup, and he always finishes about 190th.
Yeah, I haven't
so
won a
it's
single
plenty
dollar.
fair, yeah.
Michael
single dollar.
Corleone sends him like a, you got to go with this guy. He's amazing. He's
I
amazing.
call a
the
hotline
line on him
and
in Vegas.
and they give me their locks of the week.
Right.
Deer clone.
All right.
Deer clones.
All right, Diego, did you get your lineup yet? Did you tell me who's going in here? What's going on?
Yeah, I have my lineup. I have Danny Woodhead as my running back. This is all going to change, by the way. I'm waiting.
Okay, well then I don't want to talk to you. If it's all going to change. Okay.
And really, Mike, be clear. At the beginning, did you want to talk to him at all? Really?
I like Diego.
He
and
seems
my wife
fine.
adores him.
I know.
Carson Palmer, Chris Johnson, Todd Gurley, Martavis Bryant, Steve Smith, Antonio Brown, Travis Kelce, Graham Gano, and the Atlanta Falcons defense.
All
Those are my
right.
lineup.
Oh, you know
All right,
what?
here we go.
And I'm sticking with that lineup till the end of the show.
Hey,
a
what's
lock.
your ring size? Because you're going to need it come Super Bowl time.
Okay,
Because
why don't
you're
you
going to
bite me?
win.
Why don't you bite me? Are you doing your own lineup?
No, this week I'll let my son do it again. He had so much fun doing it.
Okay.
And so
All right,
I will
good
do
luck.
one and he'll do one.
Very, very.
I'll
good
twice
luck to
enter,
you.
Mike. And
Good luck.
see
to
you
all
down in
All
the
right.
290s.
Thanks so much. All right.
our
There's
money.
still time. Join the Mike O'Mara Show FanDuel lineup. This was not an extended commercial.
That was
this
fun.
was just me purging.
Simply,
so
I
thank
like
you.
seeing your process.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
like
that's
seeing
it.
your process.
I need somebody. Look, I'm into it more this year. So if somebody wants to, I need maybe a cool consultant. You know, you see these guys.
Oh, I
you
thought
know.
I got a
Zoolander.
guy.
Zoolander.
No, what about Government Cheese? That's my guy. He could get you a lineup as well.
Government Cheese is your guy.
Yes, Government Cheese, my guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Sacramento.
That's right.
I've seen that name.
Yes.
Yes,
Government
but not on the
cheese.
front page lately, but you've seen it.
Government Cheese, there are many people who would like Mike O'Mara's personal information. So you'd like to be in that club. Or if you're somebody that's a friend of mine on Facebook and you'd like to elevate your status a little bit. So drop me a line. Give me some suggestions.
So
some
are
tips,
you
if
inviting?
will.
Are you inviting Government Cheese into the fold?
It's Government
I'm not necessarily
Yes.
inviting Government Cheese. I'm perhaps looking for somebody who can give me, what does Oscar like to say, an elevator pitch as to why they could help me with my team. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Because I
boy.
spend more time than I should on this, and I'm having lots of fun, and I'm also in a $10 league.
Oh.
Yeah,
Big spender.
That's
Hey, I'm
right.
down from that $25 entry fee. I just got a little frustrated with playing against guys that score 140 points in the first 2 minutes of every game. That's a little frustrating for me. We will take a break, and when we come back, more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show.
This week on the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Calling Bob Barker, game show royalty.
Hello.
Bob.
Hello, how are you? I'm Bob Barker.
When the doctors released you, did they say there might be any side effects from the head injury?
Hold on, I have to grab a sip of water just a second.
All right.
More f***ing water in here.
Whoa.
I said I need more f***ing water. I hired you to take care of me after my head injury. If you can't f***ing do the job, pound f***ing sand.
Do you have someone there to
I
assist you?
have not a nurse per se. Lord knows she's not well educated.
Oh no.
She's been extremely difficult and combative. Here's the water. Thank you. Yes. Did you have to dig the well? Bitch.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Bonus.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Nuts.com. We love our Nuts.com. We really, really do. It's delicious. Why settle for small nuts at the grocery store when you can get big, beautiful nuts from Nuts.com? Yes, Rob Spiewell.
I hold in my hand a game changer. I didn't even know this existed on Nuts.com. Do you know you can buy a 1 pound bag of marshmallow bits, just like you find in Lucky Charms cereal?
Wow.
You can buy marshmallows for cereal at Nuts.com.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't get Bismarcky to
where
do
are they?
that.
Yeah, I was going to say, and it's only
You go to Nuts.com.
$3.99 a pound. You can't beat it. Mine are on the way.
Nice.
Oh, baby nuts. Nuts.com. The convenience of shopping the internet. It is the best website ever. Great pictures, easy to navigate, easy to search. Ordering is a breeze. They ship fast. The snacks are so good. By the way, it's not just nuts. Over 3 100,000 snacks at nuts.com.
Yes.
We're talking dried fruits, sweet treats, candy, tea, coffee, baked goods, everything you need, and it really is a family-owned business, and they emphasize the quality. You will be blown away. If it's nuts, they're the best. They really are. Nuts.com. Big, salty, sweet, whatever kind you like to munch on, let them take care of you and your taste buds. Right now, new customers get 4 free samples. Choose from over 50 options. That is a $15 value. You get free nuts when you go to nuts.com and use the code TMOS. That's nuts.com and the code TMOS for 4 free samples with your order. Minimum purchase required. Thank you, nuts.com. We
Fantastic.
appreciate it. Yo. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. So long, Cubbies.
Yeah.
So long. Yeah. Sad. Nothing worse than when you are an outside observer and all you are looking for is spirited competition to have a blowout. And that's what we had last night, and I felt completely could relate to the Cubs fans as they were there.
What do you think
I'll
happened?
tell you.
Did you stay for the whole game?
Stay for the whole game. Stay for the
Wow.
whole game.
Good for you.
Now, I'm not going to say for 1 second, being a baseball fan, that the Mets are anything like the Yankees as far as their fan base. As a matter of fact, the Mets would probably fall into the category of much longer suffering than Yankee fans. Anybody that knows anything about New York sports knows that. However, I have been to many baseball contests, and I've been to many baseball contests when especially in the spring, where New York fans will grab themselves some front row seats because they've got a lot of money.
Yes, yeah.
And there they were last night with their Mets jerseys just going, Mets, let's go Mets. It was impossible for me to feel any joy for the New York Mets last night. Maybe because of 1986 as well, when the Mets beat the Red Sox in the World Series. I'm not a Mets person.
And also,
I don't care for the Mets.
2001, Mike, I know that we were all very annoyed when we were going back and forth to the Big Apple to hear Subway Series.
Yeah,
Subway Series.
Horrible. So anyway, the Cubs, feel sorry for them.
Yes.
Very, very difficult. But I don't want to talk about the game. I want to talk about the commercial that I saw in the game, and I want to give the tip of the hat to Big Erection. Big Erection is that's the drug companies that
Big Erection
that produce the your Cialises, your Viagras.
Maybe it's Big Pharmaceutical.
Big Pharma.
Oh, Big Farm.
Big Farm.
That's right. Not
That's
Big
right.
Erection. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. That's not the correct thing.
No.
I know that for years and years and years, we have all been watching the Cialis and the Viagra ads on television, and I think at first we thought it was amazing to actually see this drug being advertised on TV.
Yeah.
Then it became, for me, I don't know if I speak for you guys, it became for me somewhat disturbing. I just didn't care for it at all. It
Well,
really
were you
kinda
troubled
turned
by
me off.
the older couple that had, for some reason, bathtubs outside?
That was a horrible one. The one where the guy, here's some subtle symbolism, is throwing the football through the tire.
Yes.
It's like, please get. But what it was
What they should have had is him trying
accuracy.
to shoot pool with a rope.
It was, that's exactly true. Just show a guy standing at a pool table, kind of going, "It doesn't work.
I can't seem to.
It does
It's never happened before.
But here's the thing: I don't think
The first time, I promise.
the guys. I don't think the guys want to be. I don't think guys want to see another guy. And I'm talking about the heterosexual community here.
Sure.
Which is really what they're going to. It's always man and women together up on
Or-
screen. The thing about it is, and certainly
times
the
have
gay,
changed. Yeah.
the gay community uses Viagra and Cialis. But
How do you know?
I will. But the thing about it is, I got first of all bored and frustrated and a little embarrassed. Aren't we all? If you got a woman in the room, don't you get a little embarrassed when you see
Well,
the
I
Viagra?
certainly
no.
don't. Well, I don't write down
Because
the
I don't-
website anymore.
Yeah. I don't. It hasn't affected me that way, Mike. But if it has you, we
Well,
understand.
well, explain how it hasn't, Mister.
Well, because it's not I don't think it
All right,
affects
how about
guys
this?
that are in their 30s.
What if you're
does
watching it with
No,
your,
I'm not talking about whether you can get a boner or not, Oscar. I'm asking about the commercial itself. When the commercial comes on, does it make you, when you hear a television commercial and you're watching your Baltimore Ravens
Yes.
on Sunday and they say, if you have trouble getting an erection, and you're sitting there with, say, 2 other couples and
Yes.
the women are in the room, it's embarrassing.
And you know what?
isn't it?
Even worse,
No,
if say if
I
you're
don't-
with your mother, that
Yes.
would be. Then
Yeah,
it's
like
No,
that's
when
my
I see
point.
those commercials, I think, well, It's not enough that the guy pays the mortgage and is putting the kids through college. Now they want this as well.
Wow, that's
They
the
can't have
first
everything.
time I've seen misogyny come into the argument. That's terrific.
His misogyny is so all encompassing.
He makes me look like the Pope.
It's true.
He does.
Like, it's really not enough that these lights are on and that water runs when you turn that faucet.
Hot and cold, right?
He has,
Yeah, now
you know
you
what?
want
I'll tell you,
this too.
if he was a presidential candidate, he would not be accused of going off message.
Yeah, but
he
you
is
know,
on message all the time.
He'll never be president
He is
because
on
remember,
message.
Mike, he's a foreigner.
So I watch this, but I just get uncomfortable, and then I get pissed off. It's like, enough with the boner
For a
ads.
while,
Enough with that.
you know
Please
what? For
stop
a while,
it.
it was almost okay because it was novel. You know, the
Right.
fact that it was new and it's
They
like
were funny though, because it would always be
At
the
the beginning,
guy-
they were funny.
The
They were
guy
kinda like,
that was like
"Ooh."
excelling at something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Doing
Right,
things that every
exactly.
guy, I guess, hypothetically wanted to do, whether it was the ball through the tire or it was the guy that was building the log cabin.
Right.
Like, things that we all like. Men do this.
Yeah, it is, and it's the male model that's with the older female model, which is kind of, and they've done they've always done a great job, in my opinion, with the Viagra ads of hiring. Why are you chuckling?
I'm just thinking of like, so, you know, like someone from like one of the young fellows from Scream Queens is dating Shelley Hack. You know,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
some older hot woman that was hot in 1984. He's like, I can't seem to maintain this status when I'm
Right.
having sex with Sybil Shepherd.
You wouldn't want to have, but you know what? The women, the choices have been good. You wouldn't want to have Flo from the Progressive ads in there. Okay,
No.
that's not going to work.
Although
for
she could
anybody
do
else.
another ad. She could do for feminine hygiene and keep the
Yeah,
same
oh,
name.
bingo.
Yeah,
Abso-
exactly.
bingo.
But
be
the
fantastic.
ads have changed.
They have.
The ads have changed, and I would like to tip my hat to whoever the ad agency is managing Viagra, because they booted out the guys.
Yes.
They booted out the guys, and they have made these commercials. Still, in my humble opinion, they're amusing. They make me laugh because they are so seductive, but they've taken the guys out, and now I'm paying attention to the Viagra ads because they're fun to watch.
The woman is younger, yes?
She's. I feel like it's you when you first see the
35,
ad,
40.
you don't know if it's a CougarLife.com ad or a Viagra ad.
Excuse me, did I hear something from the peanut gallery? Did I hear 35, 40?
That's right. I have the commercial here if you'd like to hear it.
Okay, you've had. Is this the one with the lady in the football jersey?
No, this is the lady on the bed.
Okay,
I saw that one last night.
Are you
All right,
plugged
let's
into
listen.
Yeah, are you
your-
plugged
No,
in
I
anywhere?
need the cable here.
I'll go. It's too late. We can't do that.
Okay, we can't do that.
All right.
Anyway, thanks. We
Thanks for
appreciate you
nothing.
thinking out of the
Appreciate
box.
it.
Absolutely.
But so last
Looking
night,
out for you.
Get back in your box.
I'm
Mute his
watching.
mic.
I'm watching the lady that's got the football jersey on, and she's holding the football, and there's no man to be seen, and she, within the first 10 seconds, she says the E word.
Yes.
Which is, which is great. They're letting the woman say it, and then you see her going into this giant bedroom with her sexy little football jersey on,
Yep.
and she's adjusting the curtains, and it looks like the bed is centered in this massive master bedroom. And I said, you know what? Hey, Viagra, you tweaked your formula. You're not like Geico that runs the same stuff because they have more money than Jesus and they
Right.
just can. But you're big farm, and you are putting these ads out, and I thought that the ad was rather
I always think
intriguing.
Alluring
with
and
that
different.
ad that the gardener's going to bust through the door because the guy's at work.
Yeah, pizza boy.
I'm like, you're setting up some sort of adulterous situation
Yeah.
here. Clearly, your man's off on a business trip, and you've got somebody, the help, coming over to take care of
What
business.
if they did like a Viagra ad that only aired on Cinemax? And it did result in some nice softcore action.
I hate softcore. Sometimes I'll run
I
into
do
that,
too.
and I'm
I
like,
don't believe in it.
I know you're shooting this two ways. Show me the other
So to
way."
speak. But I'm thinking,
the wee hours of the morning, and you stumble on, Showtime or Cinebanks, and it's just like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
Pretend humping is not something I
No.
think.
or
is,
as we like to
worthy.
call it, PH.
PH, pretend humping. It is not. It is not good.
But Cialis, their commercials are getting racier as well because both of them, because what the benefits of Viagra are instantaneous, right? I guess. Is
Well,
that
I
the
mean,
way it works?
it's a pill, so I mean, it has to process.
But it has to happen within the. Is there a 4-hour window, 8-hour window?
But I think what you're saying is that Cialis gives you a bigger time window that it's
Yeah,
appropriate.
it's when you're
right?
ready. Like if it breaks out after a movie, you're ready to go. Like you don't have to
Breaks
think about
out.
it.
That's not.
Yeah.
As soon as you see Alice, you can go.
Well, the thing about it is, I think when you talk about Cialis and Viagra, they were both behind the 8 ball when they didn't get the name rights for the drug that it should have been. I mean, it would have been much clearer. Boniva.
Yes.
I always thought Boniva would have been that would have been the better way to go. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more fun and more thrills. We'll talk about Joe Biden and how unselfish he was, I think, when we come back. And as we speak, as we're taping this show, the Hillary show is going on Capitol Hill. So a little politics coming your way.
Is she also sitting on a bed and adjusting the drapes?
Yeah, with a football jersey on and a ball in her hand.
Nice.
We'll take a break, come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Experience you'll ever know. Yes,
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Do you feel that chill in the air?
Ooh.
Do you know what that is?
What?
That's Old Man Winter sending out his calling card. And that means the holidays are right around the corner. They really are. They really are. I know. You have to be realistic about it right now. When you're talking about mid to late October, that's when that's the way it is now. That's when people start thinking about it. And the reason we're mentioning this to you is because I know that you are planning on doing your Christmas shopping. And there are a lot of people out there that start early and they start online. And I just want to remind you that if you're going to do that, please go to our Amazon page. How do I put this clearly? I'm very serious about this. There is no more important time to the Mike O'Mara Show and our financial survival than the holiday season, because Amazon is an engine that drives the show, and our Amazon numbers go up just like the Amazon numbers in general go up at the end of the year. And what we're trying to do this year is really set a record and see if we can do better than we've ever done before. It's extraordinarily important that when you're going to do your Christmas shopping, you do it not only on Amazon, but you do it through Mike O'Mara's show page. You go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon, or you click the Amazon button on our website, or you can use the TMOS app, and all you have to do is click a shopping cart.
Easy, yeah.
And, because a lot of people are going to say, there's some nice deals. They're going to be coming up through the end of October and into November, and then with all the sales as we get close to Christmas. So if I can plant in your brain today for the first time, and I'll be talking about this all through the holiday season, if I can plant it in your brain, please remember us when you're doing your online shopping at Amazon. It helps us enormously when you're buying gifts for people.
Yes.
Please, please, please.
If you do one thing today, click through our website to Amazon and bookmark it. Yeah. And use that bookmark from now on. You don't even have to think twice.
Easy.
Just please do that for us today. That's it.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate that. Back to the show. Whoa. Hillary on the Hill today getting grilled. You don't know whether she's going to be curmudgeon-y. You don't know whether she's going to be above the fray, as so many people have said. And you don't know really. I heard this morning that this hearing may last 6 to 8 hours.
Whoa.
6 to 8 hours. Am I wrong for saying I think when it comes to this Congress, anything goes? I think anything could happen. Mm-hmm. They could have surprises for her that somebody will pull out at the last minute. They could have a confrontation. They could have her screw up, or they could have a congressperson screw up. I don't know whether it'll be counting on high drama. When you talk about a congressional subcommittee hearing, I'm not sure whether that is going to be happening. I don't know if it's a subcommittee or a regular committee.
I think the only reason I would predict against high drama is what we already saw from Hillary at that last debate.
Well, she's an android.
She is a robot. She's going to be so well prepared.
Ex machina.
And she's got people on her staff that have already outthought every congressman up there. She's going to be prepared for every question.
My gut says, well, I guess logic would dictate as well, that they would go easy after Kevin McCarthy basically said it's completely political and we're going after her.
You think?
With the email scandal.
Yeah, I think they're going to really go. This is their opportunity, and this might be their last opportunity.
No, I think they're not going to go after her.
You don't think they're going to go after her?
Because they laid the groundwork. They stepped in it, I would say, the Republicans, when Kevin McCarthy alleged that the email investigation was an attempt to derail her campaign.
It was right after Kevin McCarthy gave a thumbs up to the movie Rock the Casbah on Fox 5 this morning.
Poor BDK. Did he really?
No, I didn't.
He scared me.
I didn't
Anyway,
see him this morning.
you know,
Sorry, Kev.
BDK, man, you never know. I mean, you never know with it's just like, I geeked out, and then thanks, that was a great movie. But I worry about that with him sometimes. But
well, there are many things to worry about other than that, Mike.
This is true. We have to get him back on the show for the holidays.
I will call that
during the Christmas season. I guess you know what I'm discounting. I'm discounting the fact that this is the way our government was set up. It's not like you've got just her and everybody up there taking shots. You have people that are on her team that are up there as well that may be defending her. But I've never been aware of, next to Watergate, since Watergate, a hearing that has this much potential.
Well, the Iran-Contra hearings with Oliver North, right?
That was pretty good TV.
That was up there. That was pretty good TV as well.
A lot of fun. As a kid, I'd sit at home and I'd watch it and wouldn't understand a word that was being said, but they looked frustrated.
The Hawaiian senator, was it Sununu, the one that
John Sununu.
Yeah, he was.
No, that was a Republican from New Hampshire. Daniel Inouye.
That's him. He was great.
Senator Daniel Inouye, a amputee and a war hero.
The reason that I hated that congressional hearing, Mike, is do you know that congressional hearing preempted the primetime video zoo? That summer. It was that summer.
Wow.
And I
How
said,
old am I?
I'm going to watch Mike. I'm going to watch Don and Mike play videos from Robert Palmer. And I turned on and it was that. And it's like, oh, balls.
Well, let me see.
I think real life.
I truly can offer. I can offer a little perspective on this for you guys because there was a time right after Janet Jackson, and we were being called into lawyers' offices, and I will never ever forget that we had a directive that came from the very top of the company that we were required to listen to the CEOs of the broadcast companies at their congressional hearing after the FCC controversies with the profanity and everything else. And it was the most frustrating thing because I realized at that moment that these guys that are up on the dais up there, the guys that are looking down at the witnesses that are testifying, they actually... It's a forum for them to just bloviate.
Yep.
It's something where they get to make their little speeches.
Free
It's extraordinarily rare. When you hear a hearing, you think investigation, where the questions are going to, well, yeah, that's the general format of these things, to ask questions. But really what it is, and I learned this being forced to listen to this, I learned that this is really more or less just an opportunity for Congress people to have their say and senators to have their say.
A lot of grandstanding.
Absolute grandstanding. And it's very, I tell you, for anybody, Republican or Democrat, that's on the receiving end of that, it is.
Well, do you remember what happened during the McCarthy hearings, right?
Yeah, that was where it was first put on the map.
Yeah.
And you had one guy that did that. You just wonder, with the money they spent, and what is it, $4 million for this particular hearing, you really wonder at the end of the day, are they going to get something out of it? Here's the way I think it ought to be. They ought to be just like prosecutors in a court of law, where you go to the DA and you say, this is the evidence I have that there was wrongdoing, okay?
Right.
And if you have a hearing and you actually spend the money of the taxpayers on it, if you think you're going to uncover something that was so egregious that you're going to, put that person in jail or eliminate them from any chance. And I don't know whether they do that. I think that they just do it for the sake of doing it. And it's frustrating for me because how much I don't know, it's hard to think of any of them on either side that have ever really resulted
and
in
it's a parallel amount. You can almost draw a parallel that when a bill that is written to do some good,
yes,
and it goes back and forth between both houses, and by the time it passes, it's had so much stuff attached to it that the good is almost not even worth doing. They've taken the whole point of this is to get to the bottom of her email, but everyone is going to put in their 2 bits.
Well,
and
Benghazi's a different effort because that's not the email situation. That's what
well,
happened.
it's where the email, that investigation and that committee, that's where this email thing came out of, was the committee investigating Hillary Clinton on Benghazi. So, and at the same time, I would like to hear. And by the way, I'm taping it, and I'm one of these geeks that I'm going to watch the entire thing because I really want to hear. I want to hear what's going on because I care about this, and I want to know if it was egregious.
Cliff Notes on the nightly news with Lester Holt.
More music and less Holt.
No, I like the theater of it. I like politics. I like my politics. I didn't do political radio, but I actually like the politics stuff. I don't have the attention span for political radio. It's just too overanalyzed. I think all that stuff is. But we'll see if anything comes out of that, and if everybody pitches a fit, and maybe somebody gets too excited. It is Congress after all.
Yeah.
And when you put that, it's not
Do you
just
think
Hillary
some
that's on the
young
national
guy-
stage. You got it's like, well, I just think. We all know you're a lesbian, and just see something like that would come up there. That would be. There is Didn't we hear rumors circulating that? I don't know who I heard this from, but you guys heard it too. I'm not going to attribute.
We might
it to
run in
anybody.
different circles.
That it was a marriage of convenience?
No, there is there have been rumors about lots of different political candidates, but I'm just saying you can't go out and say anything publicly like I just said,
right?
Unless you have something to back it up. But I think when people hear rumors that they think could hurt somebody, sometimes they just can't keep it in their pants.
I think if she
and
came
that's
out
what
as
that's the moment I think
if
that
she
could
came
come out
out
of
as a
committee.
lesbian, she's won the election. I mean, it's done. She's a woman. She's a lesbian. She's Ellen.
Well,
She's
no,
won.
I was. By the way,
It
when I
would've
was
come out by
doing
now
that,
if she was.
when I
Yeah,
was
that-
doing that, first of all, there have been people talking about that and Hillary Clinton for 30 years.
Well, of course.
That has been going on forever. But there's, and first of all, it doesn't matter,
Right.
and secondly, I've never heard anything that wasn't, just being thrown out there as kind of a smear campaign. So, and not that it matters anyway, but it's just I would love to see, because I like the theater of it, if somebody. On either team, I want to see drama. But if somebody was up there just going, well, I have it on good authority that you contracted the killers to come in there and kill everybody.
Well, I
Hillary.
would like to see is something that is not actually based in any sort of fact. Wouldn't it be great if just some senators stood up and said, well, yeah, I think you're a jerk.
There is a propensity to trip up, especially when you're there that long.
Yeah, after 8 hours, they're going to be
Though-
tired.
emotional.
Yeah.
I had a friend tell me that most of these congressmen or is it senators, whoever's on the panel on the side where they're questioning the person that's let's say Hillary Clinton or anybody else that's there, right? On the House in front of these panels, they have questions already laid out for them. Like they have them written out.
Sure.
Whether they know anything about the topic or not, to get involved, they're already written out for them.
But are they allowed to follow up?
Yes, but the majority is like question.
Well, I think you have Oscar. All these congressmen and senators have massive staffs.
Yes.
They're
they do.
So they walk in there with a playbook, Mike, and the playbook, unless someone like really has aphasia or gets frustrated or something happens, they stick
That
to that
scares
playbook.
me because I had that one time. Did you know I had that aphasia one time?
Yeah.
I was doing a recording session and I came out with my buddy Larry Wax and I went, "Man, I'm mumbo dog face," because of my migraines. Freaked me out. Totally freaked me out. How'd you like to do this for a living? And then you come out and you're like, "Well, sir, I really."
But if what Oscar says is true, then we'll get no drama, because if the questions are predetermined, she'll be able to figure out what the questions are going to be.
No,
and
she
she'll
doesn't
be
know what's
prepared.
coming. She prepares
She
for it.
doesn't know the predetermined questions.
Yeah, but she'll be able to guess what they are.
No, not all of them.
I bet she does. They're a pretty smart staff there. She was a robot at the debate. She'll be a robot there
That's
too.
true.
You know.
So you don't think anything fun is going to come out of this?
Unless
I'm with Rob. He's right. She's had so much time to prepare. Unless there's a bombshell that they have, which, by the way, wouldn't be brought up at that committee. It would have been brought up earlier to derail her campaign. I think that this is just showboating.
Yeah, I think you're going to see
You
a
know
lot
what?
of showboating.
The moment with me would be, I'm making all these up, by the way, so don't think I'm doing this legitimate. Yeah, she gets a really pointed question. I think you were responsible for these Decembang guys. Mr. Johnson, I just want to say that I have been questioned by this committee many times, and I have never seen anyone stoop so low. And it is beneath me to bring this up, but I feel I must. If you're going to throw these daggers at me, then I will produce these pictures of you with the Thailand hookers you were with last week. Just like,
now I'm watching. Yeah.
Take a look at that, sir.
Yeah.
How dare you have no decency, sir? I should have
Especially
come to you.
when his
and
whole
said-
campaign had been built on Buy American. And
That's like
So it'll be fun. I think it'll be
yes,
kind of
hopefully we'll get something. One piece of tape. That's all I want.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, something. Please.
Do you think that? So do you boys think that there'll be anything that comes out
I
of this?
think that they
boring.
would have brought it up by now simply because of the campaign.
Yeah.
They would have. They're trying to knock her out completely.
As you said, when someone has something so juicy they can't sit on it, they're not going to save it for this. They're going to put it out on TMZ
and if they're
or something
already,
Huffington.
If they're already trying to take her out with the emails, they would have like doubled down when that was actually affecting her campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just saw this. This is an update that I'm reading
Yes.
right now on the cloud. She is repeatedly taking the Fifth Amendment.
Oh.
She's not answering anything. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I think get a few people out there that call me Demitard. I thought that there are a few people that might get excited.
Secretary Clinton, did you start Carson Palmer in your fantasy football league?
We would like the Committee on Un-American Affairs would like to call Diego Intern from the Mike O'Mara Show.
Diego Intern. I didn't know he had a last name.
Mike,
Diego Intern.
You
That's
said
his
you
name,
wanted to
Diego.
comment on Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I looked at him, and yesterday when he made his announcement that he's not running for president, he looks like he's every bit of the age that he is.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't know, I think that this process may have taken a bit out of him. I think even the process of, going through all the advisors and talking to the donors and talking to the union leaders he looked agonized. He looked truly agonized when he made that. Yeah, it's just I think the guy's been through an awful lot.
Did it
and
sadden
I also
you?
think it's ultimately not blind ambition. I think he maybe realized that it was ultimately a better thing for him not to. I don't know.
I felt like if he would have run and won, it's
I
like
think he
having
could have.
it's like having Mr. Bean as president. Like he's always doing something.
You mean as far as talking?
Yes.
You mean saying a gaffe, or
Yeah,
something
or
like
doing
that?
something inappropriate. And
Well, let's
I
be
don't
honest,
need
Oscar.
that.
I know you hear that. And that seems to be the
I've
company line.
seen that.
But
I've
he's
seen
also
it.
been
I've just heard it.
one of the more successful vice presidents that has not gotten into
So
any
he
trouble.
decided to work while
You know
he was
what-
in that office.
But you
No,
know,
but what he
look at
does
it
is
like
he whispers. What he does is he whispers in the ears. He says, "Hello, mother. How are you, mother? Can I give you? Let me give you a bear hug right here." Other than that, what has he done other than
Well, and
kinda
even
do his
that,
job?
that it's being a real man, a real person, and not an overly polished political machine. And I just
So
tell you,
that's
folks,
that's what you do want. You want
you
a
want
polished
that.
political.
No, I don't know that
machine.
you do because we've gotten
No,
to a
I don't.
point.
I don't think you do.
where
I don't think
it-
you-
then-
especially
Then
in this
why
day
would
and
we
age.
vote for Hillary Clinton? Because that's what she is.
True, but
because the number 2 guy, I don't mind him being a little bit of a loose cannon. I think that's kind of cool.
And if you watch his
mind
interview that he did with Colbert when he was so sincere and so real, and as Mike says, he's a successful vice president. He's part of this administration, an administration that I've had, I like. I think he could have done it. But when I saw him stepping down, it saddened me because I saw him doing it for reasons that were not in his control. He just didn't have, and whether it's the loss of his son or whatever it is, I
Yes.
saw a guy who really, really has spent his life trying to better this nation.
Would you
And-
like to know?
and
Would
he
you like
didn't.
to
He's
hear?
not able to do it.
Yeah, he's not, and he's not going to. So,
Right.
well, you never. It's also politics. You never know. Really, things could always change.
True,
But
true.
21 hours ago, Mike O'Mara posted on his Facebook page. And,
Yes.
I want to throw this out to you. Is there any reason Joe Biden couldn't continue to serve as vice president? There are no term limits for a VP. I think I like the idea. There you are.
God.
That's valid.
Unfollow you.
Who said, "Oh God"? Who said? Yes, he said
That one.
Incidentally, and I think I have to out him on this because the fact is, Oscar, when he discusses politics that are on the other side of mine, I believe that I question his sincerity all the time. So I don't react to.
This
I
has
don't give him the
noth-
violent
this
reaction
has
that I used to give him
nothing to do
because
with politics. It's
Yeah.
it's the fantasy fest you live in with this.
What do you
There's
mean?
no
What is
way
the
that the
fantasy
vice
fest?
president's going to carry over to the new administration.
Oh, I know
doesn't
that. I
happen.
think you're probably right about that. But he could, if it was,
He
if
could
it ever did
convey
happen,
like
it
a
could-
sofa in a house.
Yes, I know. I know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that it's interesting, certainly to. Yeah, I you know what? By the way, when I posted that, a couple of people were thinking the same thing because they liked the way he was in the background and he didn't really cause a lot of everybody thought that old Joe was going to be such an embarrassment. Remember that when he was running, it was like, oh, Joe Biden with all his gaffes, he's going to do that. People kind of like the continuity, and I think Americans love somebody that puts themselves in the background where, I'm not going to do it because I just don't think I could mount a decent campaign, but at the same time I'm doing it. Don't you get the impression when a guy makes a decision like that, he's going for maybe the greater good?
I think so.
The good of his team as
Yeah.
opposed to just
Well,
himself.
he's too late.
Yeah. He's too late, but also he really isn't. I mean, he could have. If he was just going to say, it's me, I think he would have jumped in the race.
The way I understand it, he would have split the party and then it would have been a dogfight for the
Nomination.
The ultimate
the president.
Yeah.
The ultimate me move he could have done, and he wouldn't have done this, is if he had taken that podium up at the Democratic debate, as they said, we have a podium standing
if he would
by.
have shown up
if he had
there,
just walked in,
that would have been
that
awesome.
would have been the me move.
That would have been awesome.
That's right, in a bathing suit.
That's right.
That would have been special. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it's the news you may not need. Rob's playing a tribute song.
For more broadcasting, you've got many choices. The Mike O'Mara Show, The Rob and Joe Show, The Tony Perkins Show, Tech 4-in-1, and of course, Cookies with Rob and Katie.
Yeah.
Now, how do you keep in touch with all of those shows? Check out Omeracast. Here's some more broadcasting highlights from last week.
I'm constantly striving to improve myself.
But this guy, he flipped it out, and it wasn't the kind of guy you'd expect to pull one out.
Really?
So it really threw me for a loop. Number 3 on top, but number 2 on the sides.
Yeah.
You could be at dinner and be like, this is Mike, I'm having dinner, enjoy.
I would unplug the cable, and I would reattach it right in his rear end.
Now hear more at Omeracast. Download it from iTunes or the TMOS app.
Yeah.
What's his wife's name again?
Call her Celine.
Celine, I'd like a driving bass beat behind this week's promo.
Hey,
Anyway,
I'm going to loop it, and then I'm going to voice it. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara's. Steve, I'm coming right over. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Got my little routine. Months ago, I bought me one of these little shower mirrors, and my little routine is that I won't go into all the details, but I will tell you,
please do.
one of the best parts of my routine is my Harry's. That's right, my Harry's. I love waking up to Harry's because now I do my little toothy brush, and then I jump in the shower, and I've got my little shaving mirror in the shower down here in FLA, and I say hello to my little friend. This commercial is. I'd like to thank the people at Harry's for sponsoring the Mike O'Mara Show, but
of course,
I'd like to really get back on track. When I'm talking about my little friend in the shower,
it's your Harry's razor.
I'm talking about my Harry's razor.
Of
That's
course.
what I'm trying to talk about. Let me adjust myself in my chair here.
I'm
talking
sure
about my
that'll
Harry's
help.
razor in the shower. It's this beautiful sterling silver handle that I have, and I love it because it just gives me the close shave. And I feel so clean when I get done with my unbelievably close shave from Harry's. And the fact I know that I didn't spend a ton of money at the drugstore on ridiculously overpriced braids. Harry's bought a razor factory in Germany. They ship right to your door, and they cut out the middleman, and that's why they're able to do it at an amazing price with amazing quality. I love Harry's. Say goodbye to choosing between expensive brands or cheap disposables, and say hello to Harry's. High-quality blades at a price you will love. Go to harrys.com right now.
Oh, do it.
And enter the code TMOS at checkout to get $5 off your first purchase. That's a month's worth of shaving for just $10 with the TMOS code at checkout. harrys.com and the code TMOS. Simply the best. Simply the best. Thank you.
News.
Boo. Yet another reason it would be awesome to be Bill Murray. Bill Murray is 55, in case you didn't know.
Yep.
And he has a hot 39-year-old girlfriend, maybe. That's what's circulating around. I like Bill Murray news. Yep. There's talk that he's dating singer Jenny Lewis. Anybody know Jenny Lewis?
Oh, look her up.
Jenny Lewis.
She used to be in the indie rock band Rilo Kiley. I am not familiar with that band. After the premiere of Bill's new movie Rock the Casbah, he partied well into Tuesday morning with friends, including Lady Gaga, Kate Hudson, and Zooey Deschanel.
That's a hot trio right there.
That is a hot trio,
Jenny Lewis,
isn't it?
Okay, she could use a little more sunblock as a teenager, I imagine.
And you know what? She's not conservative with the makeup application.
Yeah, thank you.
Lots of blush,
Huge
Jenny.
mouth. Huge
Well,
mouth.
this Jenny Lewis was there at this party, too, and she posted a picture of them on stage together, fueling speculation that Bill Murray may indeed have a hot younger girlfriend. Because, Bill has that's a hard 65 when you look at
I was watching clips from Rock the Casbah yesterday.
Yes.
And he is aging. He is aging rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been rumpled and stuff like that, but he's still, he's a good actor. But, Bill Murray does look
no
his
longer
age.
the sexy leading man from Meatballs, Mike.
Thank you very much. It's official. Chris Rock will host the 2016 Oscars. He did it before in 2005. That doesn't make him special or anything like that, but 21 other people have hosted the Oscars 2 or more times. Who holds the record with 19? Would you like to guess?
I think I know this actually.
I'm gonna
guess.
excuse you because
Thank
you
I'll
do probably know.
recuse myself.
Billy Crystal.
That is
19 times?
incorrect.
No.
19 times. Anybody else like to guess? Would anyone? Pony, would you like to hazard a guess?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
The very talented Stevie Wonder.
Jesus. Rofo, would you like to hazard a guess?
How about Dean Martin?
Dean Martin is not correct. Rob Spiewak, tell him who it is.
I want to tell you, it's Bob Hope.
Bob Hope, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Hope.
Before
That's
our
right.
time.
Bob
One of his classic Oscar jokes, Mike, is, well, tonight's the Academy Awards, or as it's known at my house, Passover.
Because he never got
He
one.
never
That
got
was
one.
the joke. Very funny. Rob and I still laugh at that. Followed by Billy Crystal. He has 9, and Johnny Carson with 5. The 88th Annual Academy Awards, they go down February 28th. And Chris Rock, I'm all for it.
I think it'd be
it's
good
great.
if
I
they
think
let
it's
him
great.
be Chris Rock. I just hope they let him be Chris Rock. Don't rein him in too tight.
Chris Rock is brilliant, and Chris Rock also knows the room, and Chris Rock has a showbiz sense.
Yep.
So I'm always optimistic when he gets the
But
gig.
still not as funny since he got his teeth fixed.
But and his movies, not exactly home run hitters.
Exactly.
So anyway,
Exactly.
The upcoming 14th season of Mythbusters. Do we have any fans in the room?
Yes,
Anybody watch?
they just went to space this last season.
The 14th season will be its last. I'm sorry to tell you that.
No.
The Discovery Channel said, quote, after 248 episodes, 2,950 experiments, 1,050 myths, and 900 explosions, hosts Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman will say goodbye. Season 14 premieres on January 6th. The show originally debuted way back in 2003. By the way, Adam and Jamie are also doing one last Mythbusters tour, and it kicks off last month.
You know what I think?
Next month.
Financially, that makes sense because with 248 in the can
Get 100.
and a show that is essentially an evergreen show, they can keep running it in perpetuity, and they don't have to pay for new ones.
Syndication.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of tours and celebrities, do you know who's down here to perform on December 5th? And your boy may be taking a little solo trip out to the casino to see him.
Is it a music act or a funny act?
It's a funny act.
Is it Louis Anderson?
It is not Louis Anderson.
Mel Brooks?
Think funnier and better.
Oh, okay.
It is not. It is not think younger.
Is it Louis C.K.?
It is not Louis C.K. No.
Oh my God, who could it be?
And if he's playing a casino,
who
it
would
can't
you be
be
into Jerry Seinfeld.
No, it's not Jerry Seinfeld. It is someone who I wish was still on television that is no longer there.
Paul Reiser.
No, that is
George Lopez.
It is not George Lopez, you asses. It's Craig. It's Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson's coming to town.
I've seen clips from his current tour. He's fantastic.
Rofo, please to reach out to
times?
the reach out to the Craig Ferguson people. Mr. O'Mara might go out and see if he can score an interview.
Absolutely.
with Mr.
very
Ferguson
cool.
before his show.
Is a
He's got-
casino in Florida, really Central Florida, is that a place your career after having a late night show?
he's doing 2 shows. They go on the road. I think they pay him a lot of money.
Okay.
And I think that these guys, Oscar, they love to go back to the stand-up groups. Bill Maher. It doesn't need to do it. He plays everywhere, every
I
weekend.
saw Bill Maher in Baltimore, so I stand corrected.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'd love to go see him, though. $50 and $75 for the ticket. So if you see that out of the account, you'll know. Thank you. The website Evis, not that,
I'm not
looked at 32 different types of soda and ranked them according to how healthy they are. They factored in how many calories and grams of sugar each one had and didn't include any diet soda. I'll go through the 10 here. If you have a fave, please pipe up. Okay,
right.
These are regular sugary sodas. We'll
Top
start
10
with
most healthy or least healthy?
these are the top 10 most healthy sodas.
Okay.
Regular sugary sodas. These are not diet sodas.
Right.
Number 10, Pib Extra, which is also cherry flavored.
Okay, so
Anybody?
that's a Coca-Cola knockoff of Dr. Pepper with extra cherry
Nice
flavor.
pull.
Never had it.
Anybody in the room?
I haven't
Nobody?
had
Okay.
it. I've seen it. Haven't had it.
There we go.
Diego's had it. Shocker.
Cherry. Diego, have you had it?
Take your time.
I have. It's a knockoff of Dr. Pepper.
By the way, I will
I'd
do
said
my
that.
I will now do my impression of Rofo getting the microphone over to Diego. Diego, have you had that soda?
Well,
very much.
Rofo has to be on standby in case he has a commercial to play that no one can hear.
Remember that moment? Highlight.
Number 9 is Cherry 7-Up. Anybody ever tried
I've
Cherry
had it. It's
7-Up?
good.
All right, very good. Number 8, Coca-Cola.
Just regular Coca-Cola?
Love it.
Yes,
Always keep it in my home.
New Coke.
Pepsi came in 12th because it has 10 extra calories per can. So Pepsi's more calorie.
I did not know that.
7-Up is number 7.
I like 7-Up. It's good.
It's a classic.
Rob, is there anyone on the list that you're not a fan of?
Yeah, I'm not going to drink anything that has the word.
Okay. Number 6 is Sprite.
Yes.
Number
Big
5
one.
is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Number 4, here's a wild card, Dr. Brown Celery, which is a celery-flavored soda.
I've had it, and it's nasty.
Oh, God.
Dr.
that's
Brown's still a
nasty.
big mover in kosher delicatessens.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Number 3, Schweppes Ginger Ale. It has 20% more calories than Seagram's. Seagram's is number 2. And there it is. Number 1 is Sierra Mist, ladies and gentlemen.
I like Sierra Mist.
Why do you boo Sierra Mist?
It's
the
gross.
healthiest sugary. So why do you think it's gross?
It doesn't have enough calories, Mike.
Yeah, I want more sugar in it.
That's the answer I was looking for.
You know what'd be good is Sierra Mist with some chocolate syrup.
Yum, yum. In a tribute to her son who died on October 11th in a shooting, a woman hired a company to prop him up in front of a table of dominoes, giving him one last party to celebrate his send-off to the great beyond, ladies and gentlemen. Yomar Aguayo Colazo was unfortunately shot a few days after his 23rd birthday. Foregoing a traditional wake, Colazo's body went on this month at his mother's bar in Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico. Pictures show him propped up at a table next to a jukebox, seeming to enjoy one last game. Donning a blue tracksuit, he sat surrounded by dominoes while friends and family took turns sitting next to him. Okay, fine. There it is.
You know what? This is a trend where people do like the big final display, and I'm not okay with it. But even that, have you ever seen, and I've seen this, people that take a picture of the corpse in the box at a funeral?
Oh, absolutely. That's been done.
Oh,
Like
no
a selfie?
thank you. Yeah, well, not a selfie, no. Thank you, Pony.
I still, I'm lobbying for Viking funeral.
Yes.
And now a little something,
Arrow
something.
fire.
Yes.
Later.
And a really good archer, it'd be fantastic. An irate South Carolina man, this is a little something, repeatedly punched his stepfather in the head after the older man spilled his stepson's cup of Kool-Aid. That's according to a police report. 32-year-old Armin Magellan Jones.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
That's
my
fine.
finger slipped there. Armin Magellan Jones is facing an assault count for allegedly pummeling 7-year-old John Leslie during a confrontation late Saturday night in their home in Rock Hill. According to police, Leslie told an officer that he and Jones began arguing over a cup of Kool-Aid that Leslie had knocked over. Things quickly escalated and Jones became very angry. Leslie told police that Jones punched him several times in the head and he had the visible injuries to prove it. Jones fled on foot following the attack, but was arrested a short time later when he was identified by the bright purple circle around his mouth. We'll take a break. Come back with more. The audio vault with Rob Spiewak right here, everybody. Yeah.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hi, I'm Tony Perkins.
Hi, I'm Gary Stein.
And that's Gary Stein doing Mike O'Mara doing Gary Stein. Listen, we hope you will listen to our show. We have great fun, great guests every week.
We certainly do, and pretty soon the Bucks out.
And frankly, it's just not the same without you. Check it out at TonyPerkinsShow.com.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Hi.
I'm Gary Stein.
How dare you guys?
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by SeatGeek. You know that the NFL season is in full swing. SeatGeek is the place to get tickets to this week's game. Our listeners can use our promo code MOS. There it is for you, and you can use it on the SeatGeek app and get a $20 rebate off their first SeatGeek purchase. Now, let me tell you about SeatGeek. They do tons of things that other ticketing sites don't. They pull in ticket options from hundreds of online ticket sellers to create a one-stop shop for tickets. You'll see virtually every ticket option on one page. No need to go anywhere else. SeatGeek also has a technology called Deal Score. This is my favorite part of it, that calculates the value of every ticket. It ranks them from 1 to 100. Then color codes them so you can tell at a glance the best ticket at the best value. Not just the prices and what's high and what's low.
Everything.
They tell you what the best deal is. Finally, their app makes ticket buying process seamless and easy. No more typing squiggly letters that you can't read. On SeatGeek, you only need 2 quick taps. There's no faster way to buy tickets. To redeem your promo code and save $20 on tickets, just download the free SeatGeek app today and enter the code TMOS in the app. Then SeatGeek will send you $20 when you make your first SeatGeek purchase. Every ticket on SeatGeek is backed by a 100% guarantee. So download that free SeatGeek app and use the code TMOS and do it today. Let's open up the audio vault for Thursday, October 22, 2015. Rob Spiewak.
Let me steal 15 seconds real quick and say this. Mike Hansen is Pony's swinger neighbor.
Yes.
And he's doing a walk to end Alzheimer's this weekend. Alzheimer's took my grandmother, and if you want to get involved, his link is on my page. Check it out. That's all I want to say.
Very
we
good.
played music all day today from Three Dog Night, Mike. We lost
you know what? We lost the lead singer, correct?
Corey Wells, passed, and the cause of death not yet released at time of broadcast. He was and if you just want to have fun, go on YouTube and start counting Three Dog Night's hits. They had a lot of.
You will be remarkably surprised.
Great
and I
band.
remember when I was a little kid, and I liked it because it was a little kid kind of song.
Yeah.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Joy to the World.
he
Yeah.
sang that?
Just
Wow.
fantastic.
Yeah.
This song, and I hope you enjoy it. 81 WYRE. Oh, man.
But we
Fantastic.
talked Top 40 yesterday, and just a great band and sort of an underappreciated band. So
Great
safe
band.
home, Corey Wells.
That's the guy that deserves to be spotlighted.
Yeah, and you know
Absolutely.
what? His vocal on Shambhala was great. Almost as good as watching Natalie try to pronounce the word Shambhala this morning on the Today Show.
Has Natalie had a little work done, just out of curiosity?
If
Looks
she
like she's
has,
had a
it
nip in
hasn't
a
been
tuck.
enough because
Oh, God.
yesterday was Back to the Future Day. Great moment on Jimmy Kimmel. He's in Brooklyn, as you know.
Yes.
He's doing his monologue. All of a sudden, they do like there's a power outage in the theater. There's fog. And a DeLorean drives out, and coming out of the DeLorean is Michael J. Fox in costume,
Yeah,
and
well worth
Christopher
it.
Lloyd
Those
in
guys
costume.
deserve every. You know, they're not the Monkees where they're reprising this. This is a once in a lifetime thing they're doing.
But it
I think
was
it's
very,
fantastic.
very cool. Here's a clip from that.
According to my calculations, this is the year 2015, Marty. The future.
Whoa, 2015, that's heavy. All these people must have got here in their flying cars.
No, you know what? We never figured out flying cars, actually. We never did figure that out.
Who are you?
I'm sorry. My name is Jimmy Kimmel. You time traveled into the middle of my talk show. So.
You have a talk show?
Yeah.
What happened to Johnny Carson?
Anyway, so that was great, and check that out online today. Also, they went in commercials with their band playing and Huey Lewis singing Back in Time. It was great.
Oh, really?
It was
that's
very, very
awesome.
cool.
I'd love to check that
There
out.
is a Kickstarter campaign right now, Mike, for a prank teddy bear. When you open it, it goes like this. The only way you can make it stop singing is to destroy it.
Oh my God!
You have to rip it apart and just destroy it. Anyway, it is the perennial birthday song played perennially on this. So there's a Kickstarter campaign to make the most annoying birthday gift ever. The good thing about it is I can just hit stop. So there's
Thank
that.
God.
And I can hit this.
Sandra Bullock, let's close with this, will not confirm. She does the new movie Our Brand is Crisis, where she's a political consultant, I believe.
In Bolivia.
Yeah, it looks intriguing.
I like
Billy,
the look
Billy
of
Bob
it.
in it also, right? Mhm.
She moons the camera in the movie and won't say whether or not it's her ass or a butt double.
Why confirm whether that was you or not? That actually
Because no one said that was a great ass. If they said that's a great ass,
was a great ass.
You're just saying that because I threw that out there. Yeah, see, like, there's a response that I want before I'll confirm or deny.
Right.
I've done full nudity before for the sake of comedy. I won't do it for seriousness, but I'll show some body parts for a joke.
That says I don't know what it says, but it says a lot.
It says I need therapy. Is what it says.
And she's got a great ass.
Yeah, she's a natural, man.
She is.
There's something going on about her. I've always thought that.
Oh, yeah, her
I didn't know.
bank
You know
account.
what? I didn't always think that. I didn't always like Sandra Bullock, but with all she went through, I totally turned around on her.
She's got, you know what?
Her
She's got the Aniston thing going on. She has matured into a sexier woman than she was.
I totally agree
Her
with that.
body
Absolutely.
is tight.
It's
as
a
well.
wonderland.
Tight.
Yeah, look at Gravity. That's all you need to do.
That is your magic audio vault.
Thank you.
Have a great Thursday, everybody.
Always good when Oscar finishes the show by saying something nice about a woman. That's it. Another
Sorbet, Mike.
Come and gone. Be sure to join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you want to correspond with the Mike O'Mara Show with a letter or package, send it to TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177. To get your message or birthday request into the Wednesday mailbag, email Rob with 2 MikeO'MaraShow.com. Remember our Amazon page. It's very, very
Please.
important for us. We'll tell you about it in just a second here. It helps the show. And tell everybody about TMOS so they can get it too. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, who is on his way to Vegas, have a safe trip.
Safe trip.
Thank you.
And Oscar will be joining us again Monday on the show. You are coming back. It's not one of
I
those
am.
deals where you
I'll
get
be back
on
Saturday.
Tuesday.
That's
Oh,
right.
good. Okay, very good. For Rob and Oscar, Mike O'Mara inviting you to join us again for another episode of the Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Thanks to Audible.com for supporting the Mike O'Mara Show. Audible is the leading provider of audiobooks with over 150,000 downloadable titles. For a free audiobook of your choice, just go to audiblepodcast.com/TMOS. Remember, go to audiblepodcast.com/TMOS and get your free audiobook. Thank you, Audible.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.